and welcome to another edition of Kendall Motor Oil's Titanium Garage, coming to you from Thompson Street Customs in Denver, Colorado. I'm Bill Stevens, and on this edition, we're going to give you the latest chapter in the construction of the fabulous Kendall Custom 1967 Shelby GT500. We are going to visit with the craftsman, Robert Thompson Sr. and Jr., and we have a special guest, Rob Dahm, who you're probably familiar with from his many great automotive videos on YouTube and on Instagram. So if you're ready, let's go inside the Titanium Garage. Hi everybody, this is Bill Stevens on the Titanium Garage, coming to you from Thompson Street Customs in Denver, Colorado, as we continue to trace the progress of the Kendall Custom, that 1967 Shelby GT500 Mustang. Special guest time right here. This is Rob Dahm. You may know him from his many YouTube videos, and he is a dyed-in-the-wool car guy. What were your thoughts when you came in and saw this project?
I absolutely love custom fabrication. There's a level of respect that goes into this instead of just bolting on parts. And so when I saw that there's custom metal work, I fell in love.
You've probably seen projects like this and how many man hours it takes just to be able to map out a car like this.
I have my own project that has spiraled out of control. my project has been absolutely a large undertaking, and this has so much more involved. This is a custom body, custom interior. It's mind-boggling to me, and it's fascinating to see even this amount of work get done in this amount of time.
Let's just show one quick thing that you were referring to about the craftsmanship. Look at the front end of this body right now. What they did is they took the original bumper and they actually sectioned it, added this piece. And this is the bottom of the original bumper. So it's integrated. It's integrated with this new piece that's all hand-built, and the amount of time necessary to do that is just staggering.
That's a dying art to me, is, you know, the idea of leading, doing all of the different paneling. That is something that, to see it being done today, is truly fascinating to me, because once you do cover it with paint, at a car show, it's sometimes hard to tell for a newer person like me to know what's under the paint. You know, some guys can take a look at it and say, oh, that's clearly heavy, you know, half-inch thick of Bondo, but to see it actually being metal, that is beauty.
Yeah, it is. Now, the power plant for this car, you know about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
So I'm traditionally a rotary nut, a cultist,
Yeah.
and I have a disdain for LS swapping. You know, that's a very easy and economical, to some extent, upgrade that a lot of people do. So to see them stick with Ford, with a Coyote motor, and then going for what I love, which is boosted, turbocharged application, that's music to my ears.
Well, hey, Rob, thank you very much for coming by. Nice to have you here and get your insights on this fabulous project. Now, let's get the Thompsons out here, Robert Sr. and Jr., or Cope as we call them, give you a closer look at the modifications they've made on the Kendall Custom. Tell us about some of the changes that have been made to the car since we last spoke to you.
Since last time you guys came, we've done quite a bit, actually. Got the front bumper and everything made. A little bit different of a design than what we had on the drawing. Kind of wanted to take it in a little bit different direction. Have some different vent openings and stuff for the turbos. That way we could get some fresh air in there. And with all the heat generated by the turbos, all that air kind of helps cool everything down and just keeps it from, you know, boiling over the paint or anything like that.
Pretty innovative and imaginative to divide the bumper horizontally and then move down from there and extend this lower fascia out as well. How many tries did it take to finally come upon this final design?
Probably took a couple. We only went through one bumper though.
So you should be proud of that.
Yeah.
The other thing that you did is you came up with a somewhat radical treatment here, but it doesn't compromise the classic feel of the car.
As a builder, you can easily go overboard on doing a bunch of stuff, but you got to be able to do it, and it has to be functional. And, you know, it being metal, you know, this car is capable of some really high top end speeds. So this stuff all has to be able to, you know, withstand some air getting thrown at it.
Yeah, it's got to be functional.
Yep, it's got to
as
be
well
functional.
as aesthetic. Exactly. All right, let's take a look in here, because we've made some progress in the engine room.
Well, as you can see, the radiators in here, it's all hidden. We're trying to hide everything that we can in here.
The way the inner fender wells are, when this is all finished and done, you won't see no bolts. So that's one of the things that we're trying to do is the Kendall Custom. If it has that word custom in it, it's got to be custom.
Right.
So
This is really clever. I love how you did that, because the easy way would have been just to have the spoiler come all the way across, but just having it join the top of the quarter panel right here.
that's the way the GT500s normally are.
Yes.
So we were like, let's just cut it. As my dad said, you know, gives it more character. And that's sort of what the back of these cars need. Most shops just buy a lot of parts. So we wanted to do something that was completely different, but still not take away from, you know, it's a Mustang.
And that's pretty much been the theme of this whole project from the beginning. You wanted a Mustang that was different from any other Mustang out there, utilizing some of the cues from Kendall Oil and their logos and the trim pieces, and I would say you have succeeded brilliantly.
Well, thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of the Titanium Garage, as we have given you a little look at how things are going on the Kendall Custom. And we want to thank our special guest, Rob Dahm, for giving us some of his perspectives on this fabulous custom car. Hopefully you'll join us next time when we return to Thompson Street Customs in Denver for the next episode of the Titanium Garage.